Yeah, so it would have been pretty early on. You know, I remember being like in the car listening to parents' cassette tapes, and they tend to have, I don't know if they were their own compilations or compilations that they'd bought, but there'd be all sorts of music from like the kind of 50s and 60s, like Beatles, and then more like pop from the era. But I would always gravitate towards the guitar-driven songs. I didn't realize this. This is something only realizing much later. But you know, there's a couple of Chuck Berry tunes on there and stuff like that. And for whatever reason, those songs excited me. But almost to go back a step, you know, like my dad was a huge classical music fan, still is. And when he'd be around the house, he'd quite often in the evenings put on a vinyl, like concertos, symphonies, that kind of thing. And similarly, if you'd put on like something by like some of the romantic composers, Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, that kind of stuff, where you get like these really powerful things, you know, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, or I forget the Tchaikovsky symphony that I'm thinking of that literally has like the sound of cannons. I remember, and he tells me I would get so excited about those moments, those feelings of like the power, the huge noises that were coming out of the speakers for those kinds of things. So that's for me where I draw it from. And I think, you know, a harmonically distorted guitar is not that far off, like a violins and violas and that kind of stuff, and double bass when you think that really grindy kind of sound off the bow on the string, all that kind of stuff. For me is in that similar ballpark.